Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. Today I'm playing Judas. Yeah, it's Judas. I don't want to promise, but Samson might be next. Anyway, Judas, 1 health, but very high damage, 1.35 times multiplier. So, he starts with 35% more damage and gets 35% more damage for everything. It's pretty great. Starts with the Book of Belial to add 2 damage. Starts with Polyphemus in this case, so note that Polyphemus tiers don't become red until you have at least 15 damage, whereas normal tiers are 5.5, so note that just picking up Polyphemus with most characters does not get you red tiers. So that's one kind of indicator of how powerful Judas is. I can easily die in this fight if I'm not particularly careful, so I want to be careful. That's the easy way of putting this. But we do a ton of damage, and now we have 3 bombs. At the moment, all I want is health up. I would also very happily trade away my spacebar item now, because with Polyphemus, Book of Belial isn't a huge deal. Having that extra 2 damage isn't really all that important compared to something that would help us survive in some way or another. So that, I mean, as unlikely as it is to happen, could happen. And I'd be okay with it. Do also note that as Judas, normally the Book of Belial increases your chance of earning a devil room, just holding it, but as Judas it does not, because he starts with it. Which is in contrast to the whole special items thing, where like Samson starts with Bloody Lust, which is a special item, and that does count as a special item. He loses that immediate 60% chance to get any other special items from the start. It sucks. So it's a little bit different with the way these benefits work out for us. Anyway, this could be a health up or something, or it could be a range down, and that would kind of suck, but at the same time it wouldn't be a huge deal. No reason to go into the shop when I didn't have enough money for things. Yeah, you're thinking, maybe there was a 3-cent soul heart or something. Maybe there was. Alright, so let's use this. And this should be a pretty easy fight. I have gigantic tears when I use Book of Belial. And that's totally okay with me. Alright, so we know we're getting a cube of meat for this, which is good. It's a good item. Having 1 orbital is better than not. But I was really hoping not to fight famine, mostly because I really have a very strong need for health. But starting with Polyphemus is a good start. Definitely don't want to mess with that chest, because I only have 1 key and I want to use that on the item room. Now, it was completely unnecessary to use the wall, or use the leaving the room and re-entering the room trick in order to get more blast radius, but I did it anyway just because I like being safe about things in some situations, such as that particular situation, so I just was. Now, we do have a soul heart, which means that we won't take red heart damage on the boss unless we take a pretty fair amount of damage. I don't want to say that I wouldn't take a deal with the devil. Here's the thing. I'd kind of rather go to the item room first before the boss, even if it kind of makes some sense to go to the boss, because I want to see if I can get any more advantages. Even if I don't think the boss would cause a concern at 2 health, I think that there are just potential other things that could go very right for me. Another soul heart doesn't hurt, and the 3 cents, that's okay. Another tinted rock, but I don't have a bomb. Hopefully I get one in this very room. Otherwise, I'll be a sad man. I would love to get the small rock, but at the same time, I think the soul hearts are more valuable. An extra key, so I'll probably use that on the chest out there. Sack of pennies, not going to take that. It's pretty bad. Gives us a coin drop every so often. Every 3 rooms, I believe. But I don't want to use it because I don't... What don't I? If I get the relic or dropping familiar that I like more, having more than 1 dropping familiar causes all of your familiars to drop less often. So the sack of pennies is not very good. Money's common. I don't need it. So I'd rather just stick with what I've got and hope for the relic or something later. I haven't played any other runs this session, so this can't be an angel room. I have to get an angel room on the floor after this, assuming I don't take a deal with the devil, which I won't promise, because Polyphemus, it's pretty good. I would do it. Please be a bomb, no bomb. And not even enough money to go to the shop, but I don't have any keys, so it doesn't matter. Let's fight this boss then. 2 soul hearts, it is an advantage. Okay, we're going to shred the, yeah, Duke of Flies. 5-shot. Not bad. Should get a deal with the devil, probably. Pageant Boy puts us in shop territory. 7 coins. They don't have to be pennies, but that in this case they were. As much as I would like to take either of these, it's totally not worth it. And, like, when I say it's totally not worth it, I mean it very, very much so right now. As opposed to, hey, this is a really dumb idea, so I'm going to do it, which is something I normally do. That was not in any way an idea that I could support. So maybe if one of them were Mom's Knife, I would have done that. I might have gone for Brimstone, even though I couldn't afford it. But not for Guppy's Tail or the other item, the Common Cold. Which are both good items that I like. Just, I don't like them more than having red hearts. 2 of Hearts, by the way, doubles our filled red health, or heals us for up to equal to the amount of health we have filled, if that makes sense. Though if we have half of a heart, or 1 heart, of course, but that actually makes sense, it'll give us up to 2 hearts. So we're, like, it'll heal us 2 hearts, assuming we have that. Okay, Polyphemus is pretty strong with Judas. Yeah, I really don't need the 2 of Hearts right now, and Strength is pretty good. Strength would allow us to take a deal with the devil that we were 1 heart shy of. We'd still go negative for it, but we wouldn't lose all of our soul hearts, which might be incredibly valuable. So I'm going to kind of roll with this. It's also, I mean, it's Magic Mushroom for a room, which means that it gives you all stats up, including a 1.5 times damage multiplier. It's a very good item, but I don't think that the damage multiplier is what I might possibly need right now. My fire rate's too low to have stopped that damage from happening, sadly. So I didn't, basically. Yeah, note, if you haven't already noted, note that Polyphemus tiers, if they overkill an enemy, they just continue on as another tier that does half the amount of damage. So that's pretty cool. And we're just looking for keys. We need 3 keys right now, though this shop can be greed. It's a 50% chance because it's an XL floor, and that counts as the second of the 2 floors. Caves 2 being the first floor where you can fight greed. So this counts as Caves 2. Yeah, so that's 1 key. We're looking for the item rooms. We found 1. We need more item rooms. Charm of Vampire is a garbage item that I'm not going to take. Every 13 kills, half of a red heart recovery. Not very useful in any situation. It can be used effectively, as everything can, but not only is it incredibly time-consuming, it's not worth having in a lot of other situations where it can screw you over as opposed to helping you. So I just don't take it, because it sucks. I'm kind of expecting to be finding the boss sometime soon. This way, yeah, that was what I expected, pretty much. Okay, you stay out of my face. I like one-shotting things. One-shotting things is good. I am going to use a bomb for this, and I was going to whether or not I had gotten that bomb drop. Wasn't really worth it, but what we're going to do then is we're going to play this blood donation machine a single time. Get a dime, and just go back and take that health, because we can. Wasn't really particularly important to do, but it could have gotten us a blood bag if we were crazy lucky. So I guess I'll use the Book of Belial. This is probably the more annoying of the 2 fights, if I had to take a guess. And apparently I can't deal with flies with Polyphemus. Literally can't deal with them. I mean, that's actually not an unreasonable kind of problem to have. Remember, I have this Strength card, and I can use that to have extra health, because it does give me the health up for a room, and that's why I can use it to steal something. Well, not steal something, but to take something that I shouldn't be able to take as easily as I will be able to. But I can't get a deal with the devil here. Oh my god, Super Bandage was the perfect drop. Health up by 1, 2 soul hearts. Oh my god, worst dodge. So that's kind of like 3 health up, kind of. It would be for Blue Baby. But it's awesome. I'm super happy to pick that up, especially because now I probably don't need to use the Strength card, though I can still take 3 hearts of deals with the devil without losing my soul hearts at this point in time. Which would be nice, potentially, depending on what they are. Note that I would take Brimstone, I would take Mom's Knife, even though it would put me in a scary situation that I don't necessarily want to find myself in. I think that it would be totally worth it, because we've seen how much trouble I've had dealing with things. I don't really want this beat up. We have an angel room containing the Miter. That's good. I was kind of like preparing myself mentally for saying Sacred Heart and being like, oh my god, this is the most amazing day ever, but it didn't happen, so The miter is an extra 50% chance that any non-specific heart drop is instead a soul heart drop. And I mistakenly, last episode, said that made it a 50.5% chance, and it's actually a 55% chance overall, because it's consecutive chances rather than like additive chances. But it's 55%. So that's the overall chance for a soul heart instead of a red heart. So that's going to be putting us in a pretty good health position, most likely, for the remainder of the game. And a lot of people were mad about what happened last episode, but I think it was a lot more fun that way, and I, thanks to the miter, was not particularly worried, because it's a really good item. So there we are. We're in a good place for now. Oh, that was really bad. I thought that the cube of meat might block it. It did not. I was definitely mistaken there. I would love to be able to open that door, but also more chests and things, so that I could hopefully pick up... what do I want to pick up? I want to pick up keys, but I just want to pick up soul hearts and things. There are lots of uses for keys, if only we can... Oh my god, that was the worst. If only we can get some. There are 2 more rooms I would love to open that I just don't have the ability to yet. And hopefully yet means I will soon have said ability. But I don't. And well, I'm going to finish this floor looking for it. Okay, you guys are in the way. Alright, that's 1 hive dead. That's 2 hives dead. Okay, the flies are getting in my way, splitting my shot in half, damage-wise. Okay, just get out of there. Now you're dead. That would have been worth a bomb for sure if that were a thing, but it wasn't a thing. Alright, these guys do full hearts of damage. We just want to be a little careful, but at the same time our damage is so good that I'm not particularly worried. Things are going well so far, besides this whole lack of keys that we've got going for us. And I hope, by the way, you can get through these spikes. You just hold up against this and then walk sideways through it. Or, you know, hold whatever direction is relevant and then walk the direction inward. And you will get that. You will get in there without taking damage. It's cool to know. I didn't really... It's not worth showing off there because I don't want that 1 penny. But it's a thing that I have shown and you can do, which is worth knowing. So I am going to have to go in here. What is with these just dimes showing up? Alright, I'm going to play both of these guys. There's 1 key. I still want more keys, and I kind of want whatever other nice things these machines might give me. But we can go to the item room, and that's what's partially important for the moment. I always win when he wants to give me more money, but never when he wants to give me things I want. I would love pretty flies, I would love keys, and that's about what I want. Skitol's not bad. Didn't get it, so I'm not really upset about that, considering I want keys the most, and soul hearts would be pretty nice if you would potentially give those to me, because, you know, it's a pretty good chance, 55% for any non-specific heart drop. That's a golden key, which is good for this floor, but I mean, I don't have that much left to open this floor, although I do have 1 golden chest, and I have enough bombs to get to it, and apparently counting. Oh my god, the money is ridiculous. I mean, I'm going to be able to go to the shop, the item room, and the golden chest, and that's really what matters. I didn't want to try re-rolling to a fortune teller machine from the slot machine by leaving the room, leaving that fly alive, because I want what this can give me more. Of course, I'll only go down to about 15 cents. And then we'll be on the way and see what happens. That's a half heart, which I guess I'll play on this. Note that it doesn't matter which blood donation machine I'm playing, because they both just have the same chance to pay out at 1/15 each time. So now I'll touch the IV bag so it doesn't show up from any other blood donation machines, and we can only get blood bags from now on, which is awesome. I like that. It pleases me. And I'm just going to keep going down to 15 cents because, I mean, these keys, the key situation is not where I want it to be. And he just doesn't give me anything. Anything at all. By the way, the placement does not matter of the skulls that he's swapping. It's just a probability. It's not like, oh, you can follow it, because he always puts it in the same place, and it would thus be always in the same place, I think. I don't know if the animation ever changes, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Of course I win this one. So I don't want to take the range down pill, probably understandably. Alright, just because I can play the IV bag to get more money doesn't mean I want to. I kind of want to go to the other blood donation machine. Because that one could give me a health up, which is also a speed up, another reason not to take that wooden spoon in the boss room. Because I don't need speed at all. Transcendence is really awesome, giving me flight just laying around there. So that's pretty cool. Now I can fly. I don't need to use bombs to get to that chest, basically. That's not all. I can get to a lot of things that I couldn't before. Steam sale. Not going to take it just in case I later get the D6, and I have enough money that it's not a big deal. And I can just keep getting more. So I guess we're going to see what we get here and then determine what's happening after this. Now it doesn't matter if I can or can't walk through spikes, because I can just go over them. Come on, be a good item. I don't want the speed up from you. Come on, be a good item from the item room is what I was talking about. So we can only hope. You know, the mom's knife of the thing. Scapular is good. When we get down to half of a red heart only, we'll get a soul heart. And that can activate once per room, which is pretty sweet. It also is, well, half of the pair of items needed to get to unlimited item usage, the other half being the habit, and then as any spacebar item you have unlimited usage with that combination. In this version of the game, of course, in 1.5, which is the version on like the Humble Bundle and some other sources, not on Steam, fortunately, you can't do that because the habit does not work the same. It gives you however many charges you would get for a room, as opposed to however many you'd get for... So yeah, there's our speed up. We look real crazy right now. Yeah, it would give you as many charges, ticks of charges you get for a room, as opposed to however many, 3, basically. Yeah, I'm good with this level. I could play more in the arcade for more keys, but I'm going to take the chance, because that's just not fun for me. So, what was I thinking of there? Game's frozen, by the way. There we go. Another Curse of Labyrinth. So that means that Greed can be in the shop again, sadly. Greed was... If we had gotten Depths 1 or Necropolis 1, Greed wouldn't have been in the shop since we fought Greed on the last shop. But because we got an XL floor, that means we basically skipped a floor, and thus we can get Greed again, because this is the second of the 2 floors. So there are once again going to be 2 item rooms, 2 bosses, 1.8 times as many rooms as a normal floor of this lateness in the game, and only 1 shop, only 1 chance for a devil room, which in this case we can't access without a teleport of some sort. And hey, that's awesome right there. We also have enough keys immediately to go to both item rooms if we happen to find them first, but I will totally go to the shop with my money, even if it might be Greed, probably will be Greed. What's with all the bombs? I don't have a trinket or anything. I mean, not that that would affect the beggar here. The world, I'm just going to use it, honestly. Saves me some effort. There's a library, which doesn't really interest me. Compass is awesome, showing us the general location of all the icon rooms on the map, without showing us how to get to them. So on an XL floor like this one, it wouldn't have been a huge help, but on a floor otherwise, it's pretty useful. Luck up. So if we happen to miraculously find Tough Love, we know that we have the ability to get to all teeth, which would be fun. All that takes is 9 luck ups, and note that luck up does not affect any tiers, like any tier effects at all, any of them except Tough Love. And it only slightly affects drop rates. Those are the only 2 things that it does. And that's drop rates of items after rooms. Literally does nothing else. It doesn't affect this tier rate or this tier effect or that tier effect. Just Tough Love and drop rates. Alright, we one-shot these guys too. That's pretty nice. Perfect. I am going to go into the shop. It's Greed again. Somewhat unsurprisingly. There would have to be another mini-boss on the floor, which there could have been Greed in the secret room. And you say, how do you know that? That doesn't look like it'd be possible, because look at the secret room thing not having a mini-boss icon. Well, you're thinking sort of in the right place, but the secret room icon overrides the mini-boss icon. So there was no way of knowing without going there, or going to the shop. So that's that. I don't know yet if I'm going to visit the library, That does depend both on my key situation as well as kind of the fact that, I mean, I'd rather have the Book of Belial than any of the other books. That was worth it, which was a gamble, and I didn't know if I actually should have done that. Well, actually, no, I knew I shouldn't have done that, but it was fun for me, so I did it anyway. Soul Heart drops are pleasing to me. Using Polyphemus with no other tier effect is just weird, but there we go, the Joker, I like that. Okay, we could go the Mark. Guppy's Head would actually be really good for us. Yeah, I'm going to go Guppy's Head. The reason that's really good for us is that it spawns kamikaze flies, and those do twice our damage. Our damage is Polyphemus, so we do a lot of damage, and I think that's a ton of fun. So with Polyphemus and Guppy's Head, which of course is usable every room, look how much we can melt through enemies. Every single room we get a use of it. I guess I'll do this. I mean, the only reason is it could have been Book of Revelations, which would have been another Soul Heart for us. But think about it, and yes, I could have gone negative and taken the Mark, but it wasn't that necessary. Anyway, what was I going to say? I don't remember. Anyway, I'd rather save my health for, you know, the potential of getting Brimstone in the next deal with the Devil, which we have the opportunity to get, or something like that, than go all in on an item that I really have a very minor amount of use for. Poison Touch, right here, the virus. Good item. It's going to slow us down a tiny bit, but I can't really tell, so it's okay. And it's going to have a nice profound effect on, if we come into contact with enemies, we do a significant amount of damage to them, and also do some poison damage for damage over time, if they don't happen to die, which most enemies will. Some, you know, bosses and things won't. I'm going to head over to the boss challenge room, and just see what's up in there. By the way, oh, I think I know what I was going to say. Book of Revelations doesn't cause you to fight a horseman on XL floors. So that wouldn't even be a concern. Not that I'd mind fighting War, but I would mind fighting Conquest, which can replace War sometimes. And that would suck. So I am going to skip most of this floor. I'm going to. Shot speed up is not something I desire. It says tears up, but it's actually a shot speed up. Not good. So we're going to not take it, and then we're going to go on, fight the first boss, fight the second boss, and leave. Yes, I could go for a teleport to try and go back there, but I, like I said, don't want to use my health on the Mark as much as I want to use it potentially elsewhere on, say, Mom's Knife. Which I don't know which pool that's in this time. It could be in the item room pool, not the devil room pool. I don't know. Well, that was unfortunate. My flies would have done lots and lots of damage to Loki, but instead they were like, hey, let's go for this invincible enemy, because I think they go for the highest health enemy within reason distance-wise, which is definitely unfortunate, because I had much greater hopes for them. Okay, we still one-shot boom flies. I just can't hit them. Okay, leave me alone, Loki. There we go. Nope. The less damage, the better. Coin purse could be good. We know that one of these is, well, I don't know if one of these is a range down, but we know a pill is range down. 2 pretty flies means we have a full orbital, so we get damaged by tears pretty much as little as possible, and that's a luck up. Alright. We're going to, well, not as little as possible. We can do a little bit better if we also happen to get Guardian Angel. Would be nice. But I'm not going to count on it at all. Okay, so this was pretty much a very good fight. Alright. Nothing went wrong. Perfect. We get a shot speed up, which I'm just not going to take. And we get our Polaroid and we leave. Hoping for a deal with the devil on this floor, so that we can get some good item like Mom's Knife. Like I said, Curse of the Labyrinth yet again. That is amazing. How does this has happened 3/4 of the pairs, I think. Well, no, I know that, because the first floors were not XL. Nope, that was really bad damage. But if you get invincibility, which is longer because we're taking more damage on the Womb and Beyond, full hearts of damage give you more invincibility than half hearts, and we're taking full hearts. But anyway, when you're invincible, even from taking a hit, you have a lot of time to run in and use Poison Touch, which is what I'm going to try to do a lot of the time, because it's just a more effective way of dealing with things. We gain back the health that we lost there, and I guess I was going the right way the first time, sadly. Probably didn't use Guppy's head there. That's okay. Oh, don't want that. Good thing it wasn't a tick, because then I would have been even more scared about the fact that I almost walked straight into it. Curved horn would be really nice. I mean, not actually that necessary, considering our damage is already crazy with Polyphemus. But 2 extra damage is never something to complain about. It's just like, it wasn't worth keeping the Book of Belial over something like this that would do so much extra damage. Basically. I mean, that's not for sure. The Book of Belial I can't use as often, at the very least. We know that. So I think that it was the right decision. I'll get that soul heart, don't worry. Seems that we're going to have to make a full loop around the map in order to get to the boss, which is okay. I mean, I can obviously do it. It just might not be the most pleasing of ways to have to deal with this. Solid dodging. Almost, well, I mean, I grabbed solid dodges from the jaws of terrible dodges, and that's okay with me. Samson's Lock, not a very good trinket. In fact, it's a really bad trinket, because it is a very low chance to do anything. But, geez, this is going to continue on forever, this floor. Use the flies. Flies are going to be very effective for us. And our orbitals are also being very effective for us, blocking a ton of shots. Soul Heart again. That is Pretty Fly, which is useless. We can't possibly end up with more, like, we can't get rid of our cube of meat here. So basically that was worthless. Because, I mean, this would just mean that if I really wanted to, I could take a 3rd level or 4th level cube of meat. But I wouldn't want to, even if I could. Even if I could, like, actually earn that, which I can't right now, I wouldn't do it. Okay, yeah. Flies, do your thing. There we go. Flies are effective. Okay. They're dealing with Fist Shield pretty well, too. Surprisingly, like, that small amount of fly spawning I did got me through that whole fight. Which is impressive. Just kill you with the spikes. Miter still doing work. This one's a little scarier because it spawns boom flies on each section being fully destroyed. So a kamikaze fly could easily screw me up by killing something too close to me. Fortunately, that is not the case. That did not happen. We made it through without taking damage. We're still gaining health because the Miter is awesome. And there we go. Blue pill is range down, so I'm going to not take that probably. And we're going to handle this room pretty easily, I'd imagine. Okay, Fred, just be dead. Now you are. So we're about to head to the first of 2 bosses. Which, that's going to be the only one for which we get an item. After that, we're going to fight It Lives, where we won't get an item. We'll just get our path to the Cathedral, where I am going, because I think that this is a pretty powerful setup, as well as a setup that's better for Isaac than many others, because we're not firing much, but we're doing a lot of damage. So it's double Loki, or Loki 2, if you want to be, or low-key, if you want to be, like, the most correct about it. But it's the 2 half Lokis, and that is pretty good, because it's a super easy boss. I don't know what I'm hoping for. Note that we can't... If we get a deal with the devil after the next boss, it kind of sucks, because that's just a pathway to Sheol. Which, by the way, it's our last potentially normally earned deal with the devil. After that, we'd have to teleport from a red chest or a Joker card. Why are you hiding there, Loki? Or half Loki, I guess. Gonna use a bomb for you. That's just gonna kill you. Squeezy is tears up and 2 soul hearts. That's a really awesome pickup for us right now. Okay. Let's do this. And I guess just get in there like with the bombs and things and hope for the best. I don't know. I don't have the candle or anything to cheese this fight, so I do have to kill everything. Hopefully we can deal with it fast enough. I was going to say fast and quickly at the same time, and I almost came up with like quickly or fistly or something. I don't even know. But it's going well. I think the bomb state, yeah, the bomb state has begun, so we don't have to worry about the Duke of Flies at all, except if it gets like really in our face and we have to dodge that. The heart could even kill it for us, which would be, I mean, I wouldn't really mind. But I think we're going to finish this fight pretty soon. like approximately now. Okay, a little, there we go. So like I said, this devil room is just a path to Sheol. And I'm going to blow up the rock behind this statue just in case it's finally the day that it's a tinted rock, but it's not. So onwards. Remember, we do have the compass, so we know where things are. I'm probably going to go to the curse room in all honesty. It doesn't cost me to go in since I have flight. And it's going to cost me 1 heart to go out. That, depending on what's in it, totally worth it. I would love to become Guppy this late, but the chances are very low of that happening. Okay, that was close. You're dead, Sloth, and then this Sloth is almost dead, I believe. Indeed. The moon to teleport us to the secret room, and the hangman to give us flight for a room. I will take the moon into the curse room. Note that basically I can not take damage for going into the curse room no matter what now, because I can just teleport on out into the secret room once I've gone in and done whatever. So it's a free curse room, because, like I said, I don't have to pay to get in, and getting out will be free because of the teleport. So I guess that's pretty good. Oh, jeez, this is going to take forever, apparently. Oh, stop it, you. There, yes, perfect. Dead cat. Yeah, that's totally worth it right now, just because I only have 1 heart, so that doesn't harm me at all. My little unicorn does not appeal to me. So we're 2/3 the way to becoming Guppy, but I don't think that we're going to become Guppy. It's just, that was something that couldn't possibly be harmful to me at the very least. I mean, it could be annoying because if I happen to die, I don't like respawning. I really just don't. But it was worth it in that situation, purely. If I happen to die, I will probably end up dying the other 8 times very quickly. Tinted rock to give me, not the small rock, but 2 soul hearts is pretty good. Challenge room gives me a health up. Yeah, why not? Should have used this before going in here, but that's okay. Or like before taking the health up, but it doesn't matter. I made it without taking damage, so now we fight Chub. That's not going to be a big deal at all. Look how happy he is. My orbitals do stop charging enemies, by the way, so I'm not as worried as I could potentially be about this. It's actually not a huge concern. Even Chub itself might get stopped, which we saw a little bit there earlier. Okay, no. Gonna eat his own minions, which I appreciate. And okay. Double Monstro, not difficult. I do wish that I had more charges for this item, though. Like, Guppy's head would be really broken. It would be really broken if it had the candle kind of recharge, but I would also really like it, because then that would be so much extra damage. I mean, I don't think it'd be any more broken than the candle. It might be in this particular situation, but the candle's always really broken. So I don't know. Either way, it's not the case. I think that it would be a fun cheat if, hey Spider, make sure you're listening right now, if like all items had candle recharge, which maybe he's already made and I just haven't paid enough attention. But I think that would be a fun cheat. That's the one I want. And I think this looks like the way to the boss, and it is. Let's get our flies in there. That did a pretty nice chunk of damage. Monstro 2 is an easy fight, though. We just go back and forth. Forever. Until he dies, that is. By the way, if you haven't seen the back and forth forever thing, I don't know if I would recommend that you do, but oh my god, it's pretty much life-changing. I don't even know. I don't even know. Alright, the soul heart is really nice. Alright, double greed, I can deal with that. Kamikaze flies, yeah, you killed one of them. That's all I wanted from you. It's all I wanted. There is a tinted rock that I will handle as well. Momentarily, once I've finished with the greeds. Thought we were going to get another Steam sale, which would be funny. So, Isaac fight, I think it's going to go alright. I'm going to use the strength card. I'm going to use Kamikaze flies, which I don't know if they evaluate their damage before or after, like they shoot something. But either way, they do enough damage that I'm not super concerned. Okay, why don't you get in there? Pretty please. Thank you. Now they're all gone. And, like, look how little Isaac is shooting, but how much damage we're doing. This is a really good setup, like I was saying. This is why I was confident in my ability to go to the chest in Cathedral, or Cathedral and chest if you prefer to be, like, chronologically correct. No, I got hit. What a catastrophe. So we should probably one-shot angelic babies if any spawn, which they probably will. We're taking long enough, yeah. I'll find out shortly, ideally. Oh, we don't one-shot them. Okay. Please die. Let's kill Isaac as fast as possible. I don't want to take too much more damage than I already have. Oh, he does. Alright. We get a soul heart back, and that's good. Note I did some poison touch damage in there. Alright, let's see what we get from the chest. Fire rate up significantly. I'll do it. I don't know if it's the right choice, because it is a pretty significant damage down as well. Crack this guy. I mistakenly referred to as a 6-room recharge, but it's a 4-room recharge. I don't know that I want Robo Baby. It's just going to be more shots that Blue Baby fires at us. So I don't know. I think that our damage output's going to be better with this setup, even if we and our flies are weaker. I think we're going to be okay with it because of the high fire rate. I did have pretty low fire rate because just Polyphemus is a multiplier of the delay, meaning as it increases the delay significantly. So that's a bad thing, but by the way, it's also a speed up, which I don't like, but I'm going to live with it. Okay, this is going well so far. I'm not super worried. I would probably redo the chest given the opportunity. If we could find the top secret room, which I don't know about, being a likelihood. Oh, just die. Please. There we go. Alright, we get a tarot card for this. Hangman, that's useless. Let's just use it, because we already have Transcendence, which is what it gives us. Not the top secret room. I can't say I really expected it to be. Okay, this room's going to suck. Like, this room's really going to suck. Double Monstro 2, when they're not the same color, like one's a champion, one's not. Since there is only one champion Monstro 2. They get out of sync. You just have issues. You have to focus fire on one if at all possible, and oh look, we took some damage there. What a surprise. But if you can keep one busy with the little exploit for long enough, then you're going to be sort of okay, like I was sort of okay just now. That was really dumb damage. Get in there. Okay, and we now have this one locked, and we are set. That was a bit of a health investment, though, and I didn't like that, but I couldn't really do anything about it. It's a potentially tough room. It's not a guaranteed tough room, depending on your setup. Like, if I had Mom's knife right now, then it would have been over in a moment. But in that situation, it was not, and that's okay. There we go. Thanks, Pestilence, for trying to kill Famine for us. I appreciate it. Alright, this is going slowly but surely. Much faster than if I didn't have Polyphemus, I guess, and probably the odd mushroom. Okay, I'm done with you. That's a thingy, the Emperor. Well, I think that that's going to be what we do. So now that we've spawned our flies... Oh, wait, but... I was going to say we take Crack the Sky, but guess what? Crack the Sky doesn't damage Blue Baby. It just doesn't. I'll take it for the angelic babies, I guess, but I don't know if they get damaged by it, because, I mean, the beams of light don't damage them as far as I know from that fight. Still, there's no reason to keep Guppy's head right now. I guess it's time to go. See how this one goes? It's going to be a little bit different from the Isaac fight, because Blue Baby does shoot more, based on the same amount of shooting at him as Isaac, basically. He just has a higher return rate. He also spawns the flies, which I'm not too concerned about, honestly. But, I don't know, it looks like it's going fine. I think we're going to win. If I don't win, I will be amazed, because I think my hearts are pretty easily off the screen right now. And, yeah. Into Phase 3, where I'll probably use Crack the Sky at some point in the near future. Alright, I can see my health. Let's use this now. It actually does kill them, conveniently enough. And I'm just going to get in here and do some poison touching. I'm just going to start tanking. Get some poison touching you, and we've won. So that was a pretty good run. I was satisfied with it. Things kind of went my way for the most part. First item room Polyphemus is never a bad thing that you want to complain about. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.